We got our team together. We're about to start
Good.
this
Yes.
show. Try and get this
Yeah,
thing
that's
done.
better. That's better, Remo, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
Now I
cool.
gotta turn you down a smidge, which is as it should be.
All right, that's good.
I don't hear that crackling anymore with the music either. So I
Yeah,
think
it comes
that's
and goes every now and then. Like I don't know what the deal is. But
I'm gonna turn off the baby monitor so we don't hear Sassy.
Yeah, I'm watching her on the thing anyway.
here we go.
Yeah,
We've got our team together.
Pika Pika.
Pika Pika.
Who wants to give us a quick rundown of what happened in the last session?
Oh man.
Too much pressure.
It doesn't have to be long, just quick.
He killed the Tyranneer.
Yeah.
And drove Remo crazy by making the boat do loops around the blue Everlast.
If you give us the option to make the boat do loops, we're gonna make the boat.
We're gonna make it do loops, man.
Yeah, no, I think the only problem was because it was on a different layer, and I had to keep on switching layers every time. I couldn't
that's
just grab
good,
you
yeah.
all and move it. That was the idea in the beginning. But
We wanted to Tokyo Drift a like 350-foot boat. What? No big deal.
yeah, man, sounds good. Yeah, you guys killed the Tyranneer in fantastic fashion. Hey, Roberto.
Fantastic is stretch, but it was definitely in fashion.
It was fashion, yeah. It was a fashion.
Ooh,
Yeah,
We got it.
seasonal.
and then you guys explored around the island and found some remnants in the water, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
We found the mask.
Yeah, that was the last thing.
The steam stack. Yeah. You guys said you wanted to take a long rest. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
On nappy poo.
Alrighty. Well, as you all sit down for your long rest, Ensign, you take a seat in your quarters, clear your mind, and start to meditate. Everything and everyone on the ship goes quiet. The only thing you can hear is the creaking and the squeaking of the ship as it gently floats over the passing waves. The sound of the waves help you get deeper into your meditative state. Deeper and deeper you go until even the sounds of the ship disappear. It's right at that moment that you get a sense of your body lifting from the bunk that you're on. You start to feel the cool ocean breeze on your face, and sound starts to return to your mind. You open your eyes and you realize that an ethereal version of your body is floating 100 feet above the perplexia. The stress of the fight, the long trip, and the hours of meditation have allowed you to increase your level of meditative state and traverse physical spaces around you without hindrance. You've unlocked
Sweet.
planar astral projection feats.
What?
So let me just give that to you real quick.
Dude's over. He's astral projecting over here.
Yeah, but it's planar, so it's so cool. There's a couple of limitations, but
Oh yeah. Oh, you give us the ability to traverse planes of existence. You don't know what kind of snakes you're letting out of the can.
What? It's worms.
You're letting out of the bag.
And
well, these
can
are
of
all
worms.
tests. But there you go. Have a look.
Wow, wondrous feat.
Once per long rest, you can leave your body.
Until that happens.
Wow. That's cool.
Cool. That sounds like the perfect thing for Ensign. I get to get the hell out of here.
That's how I live my life.
Ensign is not here right now. Ensign is planar astral projecting.
Once per long rest.
Yeah,
Cool.
you can use it for an hour. After your long rest, Alexis calls you all to the bridge to identify a good approach tactic. He mentions that it's going to be dark at those depths and asks if you have any solutions for it.
Dark. Is my bright and bubbly personality bright enough to illuminate the way?
Kudarin, that would be fantastic, man. But in this particular case, I think we're going to need a little bit more.
Oh, shucks. That's all I've got, guys.
Hmm.
So who all can actually see in the dark? I think Ansem can. And
I think I could see.
Siobhan.
Gnomes should be able to see in the dark. I mean, come on.
Oh, you know I can.
I don't think so.
I mean,
All
you
I
just
do is
trained in the dark. I was born in it.
I don't think I
dark-
can
have-
see in the dark.
I have dark vision. You kidding me, man? I'm
I was born in it.
ooh, 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 ooh.
I can't.
I always thought Bane sounded like Winnie the Pooh. So
He
when I read
does.
everything, I say, hoo, 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 hoo. Christopher Robin and Batman.
How are you guys going to help the others that can't see in the dark?
They're screwed. I mean, we're just going down there taking all the treasure. They can't see us. Their problem.
Okay.
That's what he's thinking to himself. He would never say such a thing out loud.
I'm waiting for Suri to turn around and give you a smack.
Mm.
You're super good, Mars. Good
You
move.
like it?
Yeah.
If we use the wand to create the hole, would light come down the hole?
So Alexa says, that's a great idea. The only difficulty is we don't know where exactly the ship is right now. We don't know where we need the hole to be. And I suspect that the ship's hull or the treasure room or any one of those things most likely still intact. So even if we did manage to get light down that far, I don't know if it'd extend into the ship itself.
Am I still in my phantom body?
Well, the morning's come around, so you've cut your meditation.
Oh,
But
I
you
see.
can go into
I
your
wanted to
phantom
scare
body.
them all.
I have a question. Are we all swimming down there? Is that what we're gonna try and do?
Yeah, so that's what this discussion is about. It's trying to figure out
Okay.
the approach that you guys
Well-
want to take.
The people who can see, should we like tie ropes around our waist and like all swim together, but they lead the way?
Would you like me to astral project 100 feet down?
You could see.
Can you help
I-
us
I have
find
dark
it? Maybe
vision.
you should
Okay.
find it. How
Is
are
that
we
a
going to
thing?
breathe
Be
if
helpful.
we're swimming down there?
Well, we have the
Also-
bubble thing we can do, right?
Is that
Oh.
a thing I can do, Remo? Can I astral project down into the water?
You can.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
All right. Do you want to explain how you do it? You just
Yeah,
gotta
so
sit
I just sit right. I'm like, everybody, be quiet. I sit down and I start astral projecting, and then do I walk out of my body? Like, is that what happens? Do I just start floating?
Well, that's what you got to tell me, man. That's your feet.
Oh, I don't know what astral projection looks like. Let's assume that it looked like I was sitting there, but then a phantom version of me stood up and was like, "What up, y'all?" I'm gonna head down now, and then I just like threw the ship just straight down.
Okay. Does anybody on the party have true sight?
I do not have true sight, but I just walk up to Enson's body and I just like poke his eye very slowly.
No, don't wake me up.
Then I start
Oh, yeah.
like digging in his nose, just very shallow, like just the tip, like just about that much.
Oh my gosh.
Just doing that.
Ogan completely panics when the form comes out. He's like,
Well, you might not be able to see me.
"Oh." And when he goes down through the floor, he's just like pawing at the floor. He's like, "That's him."
What is that thing?
Okay. So Ansem, you slowly kind of like travel down through the center of the ship, and you get into the water. Hello. You go down into the water, and as you go deeper and deeper and deeper, you get to
I love
the
this.
extent of your
Your
limiting distance of 100 feet.
Okay, here.
Oh my gosh. You're touching me.
So it's all 12-year-olds, huh?
Oh,
You
Ensom's worst nightmare.
And your view kind of extends like another 60 feet. and you can kind of see there's like this little, the head of a gold statue that's starting to poke out of the darkness. And that's like, yeah, it's like almost immediately vertically below where the ship is.
Okay, so I race back to my. Oh man, I can only use it once. No one can see me. Can they hear me?
No.
All right.
Are you sure that's the ship? That's the whole ship?
So I
Maybe-
see. So it's like a gold statue thing, right? You said.
Yeah. So from what you've seen, it kind of like looks like a figurehead, or what you would imagine
What-
to be for a ship.
Okay. So
The
I'm
ship's
gonna.
huge, though, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, so I'm gonna rush back into my body. I'm gonna say right below us, there's like a gold statue thing. It looks like the front of a ship. I don't know ship language.
Figurehead.
A figurehead. Like the CEO of a company.
Right.
My finger's still in your nose, so you could choose to react to it or not, but it's there. A little tiny gnomish finger.
I lick it.
Oh,
You have a long tongue.
oh, it's so gross.
Lizard.
I just remember that shop owner, and I know where your tongue has been, and I feel very dirty all of a sudden.
I don't know how you don't feel dirty sticking your finger in my nose.
That's different.
I do maintain my nose pristinely.
Take nose over tongue anytime.
Does that mean you just pick your nose a lot?
Interpret it how you will. That's a mystery that I'm not at liberty to reveal.
Seen him doing it. He goes up to the second knuckle.
Oh, Edson, that's gross.
Almost the third.
There's a third knuckle.
Right? One, two, yeah, this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh?
As you guys are busy conversing about the depths of knuckles that go into Ansom's face, Ogren comes up behind you guys and he goes, Ansom, can you explain that again to me, please?
Yes, it looked like the figurehead. It was gold of a ship, boat.
That definitely just sounds like the Nasto. She had a gold figurehead of a lady extending from the front.
Yes, that's what it was.
Okay.
It was definitely gender female.
Gender female. Okay, cool. And you hear Alexis like pipe him. He's like, I'm still kind of worried about our light situation. Hold on a second. And he kind of like runs off and he goes down into his captain's quarters. And he comes back and he brings out this little box. And he kind of opens the box and he presents it to you guys. And it's like 2 little vials of like these kind of, like one liquid be like a green and the other one's kind of like a yellow. And then there's a clear glass container with 2 steel caps on the end. And he says, I got this from Yoi just before we left. Maybe this will work. And what he's presented to you is, he says, I've only got one of these, but it might help.
So, produce flame, and just let the flame hover around me for light.
Oh. Is that
That thing's cool.
crystal?
Oh.
Bro.
So like with this thing, you guys can, like if you stayed within a circle of 60 feet from whoever wants to carry this thing, you'd be able to see.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea that what Suri recommended earlier is tying this all together, and so that we're swimming in a.
Sounds good. How are we gonna breathe though? because we can like move the air, but then we can't just like it's. I imagine it's gonna be like a big like kind of tunnel of air so we can see down. But then like
Yeah, so
Oh,
wherever
we-
the tunnel is, you'll be able to breathe fine. Or wherever you make another space, that 20 by 20 by 20.
but then like how do we get to the bottom of that tunnel? You know, we just like "Wah!" you know like imagine it'd be like a chasm. You know.
Well,
It's
then we
so
swim
dark.
down adjacent to it and then just step into the tunnel.
We just stick our little heads out as we're like. I think
Don't
that
think
makes
much
sense.
about it.
It's Minecraft. What are you
can't help
talking about?
it, okay?
Minecraft
That's-
rules.
Okay. That's how I'm imagining it in my head, okay? I have a vivid imagination. So I'm just swimming down with my little gnomish head like I'm like
Okay.
I'm snorkeling.
As you make your way down, you see the bow come into view. Sea life has started to make their home. Schools of fish swim past, splitting to make way for you. The seabed is teeming with life, unlike the island above. The closer you get, the more you see. It appears to be the front half of the Nasto. And let's shift you guys over. Just want to double check this. Yeah.
Ooh, black.
Gooch it over. Wow, look at that. That's a trident. I killed a man with a trident.
You should probably lay
I mean,
low
to
for a
talk to you
while.
about that.
It was a long time ago. I'm pretty sure I beat that rap.
That's when you think you've eaten it.
Alrighty, what do you guys want to do?
We want to begin the exploration process.
Go
Yeah.
Oh,
So, Alexis is the one that has the thing, so he's just gonna follow you guys around.
I'll stay a little further in front because I got, my beefy AC
Okay.
in case there's any kind of trouble down here.
Are you just walking straight onto the ship? Is it under, like, lower than the ground?
Yeah,
You can
swimming,
just climb onto it.
moving my little gnomish arms and legs.
Mm.
How are we breathing right now?
Like
you
this.
guys can hold your breath for a couple of minutes, I guess. But I'm pretty sure somebody in your party has water breathing that'll allow you to breathe in water for 24 hours.
I have
Oh.
mouth breathing. Is that right?
And water breathing can
Not
be
the same
cast on up
thing.
to
Not the
10
same thing.
people. Roberta.
Would that someone like to help us out?
Yeah, that someone would like to help you out if I could find it. Would it be under? Oh, there it is. Ooh, you all are lucky. I totally prepared it today.
Wow.
I almost didn't.
Just as I was out of oxygen. Thank you.
Cool.
sweet.
I don't cast it on Kudarin, though. You are dead, sir. No, I'm just kidding. I did cast it on.
With my final breath, I put my finger.
My nose.
That's
And
the
that's-
third knuckle.
The moment your finger touches my nostril, you get the water breathing.
Oh,
I'll be right
oh
back.
man.
Okay.
All right.
All right, let's explore. Let's go. Let's go.
Knew that if only I could touch the hem of his nostril, that I would also have underwater breathing.
I just jump up onto the top of the ship and I just start running because it's so fun to be able to breathe underwater.
Okay.
Taking real long, like bouncy strides, taking advantage of like the low gravity.
Like I'm on the moon, if that's what it feels like.
What's a moon?
I don't know.
You guys can't really talk to each other, but you can sign language if you want.
Well, you just see bubbles coming up.
Okay, cool.
See anything here?
Really see either. I feel like I can't walk past this dark area.
No,
You
yeah,
know,
it's like a wall right here.
Yeah.
wall of darkness.
So, like, as you're coming up to this area, you realize that this is actually part of the bridge that's built on top of the boat. There's no real direct point of access here.
Oh.
What about these little these little like manholes right here?
So, because of the sea life making its home down here, those things are kind of like rusted and sealed shut.
Sea life. Oh.
Can we jump up or swim up to the bridge part?
You can, and when you do, and you kind of get over the top, you can see that it's just kind of like the flat part of a roof that just extends beyond. You can't really see like very, very far, but up to what you can see, there appears to be like a wooden roof.
Is it possible, or any?
Going around the side to see if I could see any kind of entrance.
While you're busy passing this point, you see like a couple of shadows like come off to your left, and they kind of swim closer to you, and you realize that it's just like dolphin analogs that are coming and checking you out, and they kind of check you out, swim
I
past,
wave.
and they swim away. They
Can I
wag their
do some
tails at you.
kind of check to see if there's, a way to get in the ship?
Say that again.
Is there a check that I can do to see if there's a way to get into the ship?
Yeah, well, I'd say you can roll a perception check.
Okay.
But like without having to roll it, I can tell you probably just need to explore a little bit more. You probably find where
okay.
you need to be.
Okay. Then I'll keep exploring. Let's see.
Are you over here with us, Tamars?
I'm sorry, I was in my little in my chart.
I think the Morris is she's out of the light. This whole end of Morris.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so just follow Captain Dempsey. You need to be
Okay.
tied because you're tied to him. So
Okay, you guys are
Oh,
done
right,
there.
I have dark vision, right? That's why I can see no matter what.
Oh.
These rocks and stuff. Did you draw these rocks and stuff, Remo, or is this like these like assets? Like,
these are the assets from Incarnate.
oh, this looks super cool.
Yeah, so like it took a while to like try and get the scene together, but I just want to make it feel like it was ready.
It looks really cool.
It looks super cool. Oh, looks like okay. I turn around and I go
Boom, baby.
pointing. I'm pointing in this general direction. But I'm farting in this general direction.
Little bubbles start to emanate from
Tiny
your
bubbles
pants.
just in glutterins, glutterin. I see some skeletons,
Hmm.
beds, and dresses.
As you come around to this area and like the light from the ember starts to fill out the area, you see that this is part of the ship and it looks like it's been cut at this point. It's like snapped off and broken, and then all these like little avenues that go into the interior of this part of the ship that you've now discovered.
Like the ship was broken in half.
Yeah, and then Cooter, in that area that you were up there before, and from what you can see, it's a huge mess. Things are kind of like floating everywhere and whatever it is. There's skeletons all over the place of who used to be the sailors. But this used to be hold on a second. This is the crew mess hall.
Oh, that's why it's such a mess. Makes sense. And gears and leavings.
Hmm.
Oh, cool. Look at all this stuff down here.
Okay, and as you make your way into this area, this is the main cargo area. You can see there's like some old suitcases. Some of them are like a little bit open. Some clothes are like kind of floating out. There's fish swimming around, octopi like finding little spots, and all in a kind of little sea life creepy crawlies that find homes in all these different places. Skeleton
Cool.
every now and then, but it's mostly luggage. This part that you find yourself in now, you can see it's like there's bits of like old apple that's kind of like floating up against the ceiling. There's like meat that's been like kind of picked at by other fish, all this kind of stuff. You get it, this might be the food reserves, but there is, if you want to give me a perception check.
Sure do. That's how well I percept. Not very perceptive.
Okay. You see like the same label that you saw when you guys were visiting with Juniper at the Eagle's Perch when she brought the bottle down to kind of pour you a shot of Sardilla rum. You can see like the head of a bottle of Sardilla rum kind of like sticking out some of the mess.
Is it closed? Like,
Yeah, it's sealed.
can I get that? Can I grab it? Can I yoink it?
Yeah, you can.
Sure do. I
Yoink.
go
I'm just gonna switch on a video here of
and I go like Success Kid, but you know.
Alrighty. Yeah, so you now have a bottle of Sardilla rum. There appears to be like a few more in that area as well.
Can I take as many as I can carry?
Yeah. So you pick up maybe around about 4 bottles in total.
Sweet. And I come over here and I show him to Suri, and I'm like,
Fun time.
I do a little dance,
Go.
Oh, I can see now.
do underwater dance.
Oh, me too.
Oh.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh, you guys don't have, good night vision.
Yeah, we were in the dark.
Yeah, it was just all black.
Sorry, guys.
Wow,
Wait,
there's a lot of
happened?
stuff here.
And then also, like, as you're looking through this area, you can see that there's like a few wooden doors to your left and to your right, and some of them are like kind of slightly creaked open, some of them a little bit more open than others. These are different rooms that you can have a look in.
Yeah.
Is this like a door here? Is it like it's open?
Yeah, so that'd be one of the doors that's open.
Look around, looky loo.
Lead the way, Ren.
Okay, and then what you see in here is a whole bunch of like what was already spread around the main cargo space. There's like suitcases and some really fine clothing that's degraded from like being in the seawater and stuff. There appears to be a lot of personal items of some of the more kind of fancier people of the crew.
Who's good at searching that can actually search? I'm not a very perceptive gnome.
I
I
think
can
I got-
perceive. I can't investigate. Let's see what I roll.
What?
22.
Hey.
22 perception.
Yep.
Holy crap, dude, nice. That's
Nice.
awesome.
Nice.
Okay, so with the 22 perception, you kind of see like a bunch of destroyed fabrics, which to you guys would potentially be like worthless. But if you could find somebody who could like reverse engineer the dyes or something, it might hold some value for them. But from what you can see, it doesn't seem to have much value. There's personal items from crew members, Most of these things look like family heirlooms and don't really hold any monetary value.
Mm.
Just, I look at everybody and I go, oh.
All right.
I look back at you and I go, you know what I mean?
All right, to the next room. Wherever the rooms are, because I really can't see
Yeah.
You
Put her in
can't,
it.
across the way.
you can't even see with the light that Alexis is casting.
It makes it better, but
Okay.
it's still hard to get an idea of where we are.
Hmm.
This looks like a bunch of junk.
Yeah, so you get the sense from this particular room that it just seems like a whole bunch of miscellaneous items that have been thrust into a room somewhere. It's like a whole mishmash of things. Nothing too special.
Hmm.
Oh.
Oh, catch up. When Kratos leaves, I lose all my sight.
Yeah, me too.
Were there any rooms further back, or were these the first two rooms?
Carlos, can you lead the way, like checking the doors since you can see better?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm up here.
Oh, okay.
Where?
Oh, like which way?
Okay, so in this one, you, Kuda and also like strewn all over the floor and everything, and there's like some old toolboxes, some rusted wrenches and screwdrivers and stuff like that. This appears to be like tools and machine parts.
Hmm.
Does it look like there's anything useful or valuable here?
Yeah.
Unless you wanted a series of tools or something like that, there wouldn't really be anything, I don't think. I mean, it's up to you.
I take a pair of pliers and I just put them in my pocket.
Okay, as you pick them up, the rust like kind of falls off. The rust that's been settled on it kind of falls off a little bit, and you can see
Aww.
metal is kind of a little bit divoted and whatever it is. You try and close it, and it doesn't want to close. But with a little bit of work, you can probably get them working again.
Really, I'm not
Corrupted.
talking anyway. You know, a memento. I'm gonna go down here to this. Can I switch it here? Yeah, I can. Put it.
Yeah. And so this is very similar to the previous room that you were just in, like just tools and toolboxes and machine parts, like things that they use to like replace engine components on the boat during the voyage.
Oh, is anything else up here? Is this like a door like further back here? Are there doors here?
Yeah, so as you get closer to that area, you notice that there's like a slightly ajar door, and it seems to be stuck somehow on the
Here, guys.
the floor of the ship.
Seems to be stuck.
Yeah, it
A,
appears to be
a
stuck.
door.
Yeah.
And I try to open it with my. Oh my god!
A crit
Whoa.
fucking fail on
No.
both.
No.
I try
I
to
tried
break
use
it
some of
and
the-
probably break my axe.
Well, you definitely hit the door. I mean, it's a door, right? It's not moving anywhere. But like, your axe goes, boom, and because of the time that it spent down here in the sea and the way that the salt water is soaked into it, the axe doesn't really chip away at anything. The wood is like too soft to be brittle, so your axe just goes and it sinks in a little bit, and you get to pull it out.
And I try to just like force the doors open with my raw gnomish strength.
Yeah, you can. Give me a strength check.
All right.
Strength check.
Boom, baby.
Okay.
And some more exploring the ship.
Awesome. So, like, as you kind of like, do you want to explain how you open the door? Like, these doors are like, they're probably like 9 to 10 feet high, and they're probably about 7 feet long, and they're kind of they're pressed into the deck that you guys have come in on. You know, everything's like swollen and it's stiff and whatever. So explain how you.
I hold my tiny little gnomish finger, the same one that I put in Enzo's nose, and I kind of find like a small little crack, and I just stick it in there, and I
A crack in my nose?
kind of just like use it like a little mini crowbar, and I just kind of like put all my weight and stabilize my finger, and just
That sounds so
dig
painful.
into it.
Cool.
I mean,
So-
for somebody,
The booger come out?
somebody not as strong as me, perhaps, you know.
Yeah,
I'm very strong.
So as you shove your finger into this little gap of the door, and you're like finding a way to wedge your hand into it, like you get your finger in, and it gives a little bit of shift, and you manage to get your whole hand in there. And then what you do is you lift your legs up, and you put them up against the opposing door, and you hold like this, and you push with your legs, and you like. And as you do that, you can hear like this deep, bassy like rumble from the door grinding against the rest of the deck. And this door starts to open.
Finally.
Alright. I gotta pee really quick. I'll be back in like 4 minutes. Okay.
Don't worry, I'll take care of your character.
Oh no.
All right, what's on the other side of the door?
Alexis comes out, gives you guys some lights. Do you guys want to go in there? Check it out.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If it's dangerous, let's send Cooterin in first.
And like as you guys are walking in there, you realize that this is like the precious cargo hold. And one of the reasons why the door is so tightly shut was because it was previously locked. It had just kind of come loose from being down at the bottom of the ocean for so long. But there's a very stark difference from what the legend told you as opposed to what you see here. So can I get one of you to give me a perception check?
Yeah. I perceive my passive perception is like 18.
Yeah, I need a check though. Just give me the check.
I don't have any inspiration, do I? I thought I did.
Don't you?
I thought I did. Did I use it last time?
I mean, I didn't take it away from you, so unless you did, you must have.
Yeah,
So what
usually.
I
Yeah,
can
go
pray
ahead.
for you. You can roll a d4.
All right, so
12.
you can't tell exactly how much is here, but you can definitely tell that it's not the amount that was promised, which I think was
$1 billion.
I'm just trying to see here. Yeah, so it was like 1.5 million gold worth of gems and rare stones. It was 3 million gold in coin. Over 5,000 bottles of Surdilla rum. And miscellaneous items including special weaponry, tools, fabrics, personal items from the crew. And finally, the most valuable treasure, a full library of Anurin's work. But what you see here is like the gems barely, like from your perspective right now, the gems barely make up enough to even cover 5,000 gold. The gold pieces look like a fair amount, but it's definitely not 3 million. There's only 11 bottles of Surdilla rum here. And right on top of the big pile of gold pieces is a single kind of steel case that has a latch on it. And it's kind of just like it's buried into the gold a little bit, and this steel isn't rusted or anything like that. It looks like it had just come out of the forge.
Open it.
11 bottles of rum on the wall.
Well, we don't want it to get wet. It might be the books.
Oh, well,
True. I think we should
How
take it
big
with
is
us.
how big is the steel box?
It's about the size of like a single tome.
Oh, I'll pick it up.
Probably a book.
Hmm.
All right.
Put that in my bag. I can carry that easy.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, as he touches it, I want to heat the metal to make him jump back.
As the metal starts to heat up and your
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
bubbles start coming up. But yeah, that's what's in this room. This is everything that you can see in this room right now.
Hey guys, I don't know about you all, but this doesn't seem like all of the treasure that was in the myth.
No, definitely feels like less.
So
why don't you
apparently
all
we
keep
can't
looking and
talk.
I'll take this.
Oh yeah.
You have to do charades.
I mean, can I search? Can I see if there's like any kind of like hidden, like compartments or anything where there could be more stuff?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Make it good.
Oh, it's very good. So good.
Just like the mess of the water and like for like being under the ocean for so long or whatever, it's very difficult to find anything that like kind of defines a secret that you can uncover.
Mhm.
But Alexis, you see Alexis, he kind of like comes into the room, he's looking around, he's like smashing through the coins, he's like swimming around, he sees you pick up the book, he asks to have a look at it, like he says, can I look at the book? Kind of looks at the case and he twists it like this and he goes, okay, gives it back to you, and he swims around this whole area here and he's like looking, and he's like starting, you can see there's like a look on his face of like serious frustration right now. He comes back outside here and he goes back to all the rooms that you guys were just in and he's like looking around frantically to try and find something. He comes back and you can see he's like super angry right now.
Okay.
This is like half of the ship, though. Like, if we have to find the other half,
Mm.
This is like, I'd say the other half is probably like what you saw at the top.
Gotcha.
Anybody else want to try to see if they find anything in here?
Yeah, can I try? Can I try to do a? I don't know if it's investigation or a perception.
Investigation.
Mm.
You do a little bit of a better search than Kudarin did, and you kind of like wave away a lot of the dust and stuff that settled in this area. But like from your eyes and like your understanding, even as a rogue and you being used to this kind of stuff, there doesn't appear to be anything secret. Yeah.
Shit.
Is there like a below deck area, or is this it?
This would be the deck that you guys are on now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because you came in the side of the ship. And these are the rooms.
Oh, right. Oh, that's right. These are the rooms.
Can I do like a little 5-foot shape water thing to create a little pocket where we can talk real quick?
You can probably go into the treasure room and just use the wand again, and then you can create a 20 by 20 by 20.
Yeah, but I only have 5 uses on that beast. I don't want
Okay.
to waste them. Well, how many uses did I use getting down here?
1.
Oh, see? I didn't know. Fine, let's create some space in the treasure room with a wand. Everybody in the treasure room, I yell from the treasure room after creating a big void.
So you guys are standing inside like a void of like air that is, and the walls of water are kind of rippling around you, and you can see like beyond the water to where the golden stuff is, like on the floor, and it kind of extends beyond the wall. And you can see the water kind of draining out of the gold and everything like
So I'm still like, no. Oh, we can hear each other. Now I feel silly.
What the shit, guys?
Where's the rest of the treasure?
Yeah, what the hell?
No,
This
I'm
sucks.
so greedy. I'm good with this treasure.
We killed the sea beast.
You can see Alexis is like fuming at this point. He says, that fucker. That fucker. It's just like him. Just like him to lie about this.
Hmm.
You seem upset, sir.
Yeah, I'm not after gold. I'm after something else. And as he's like busy talking, and he's like getting red in the face and whatever, and like there's huge veins kind of like popping up. He's getting really angry. He kind of just walks out the room and kind of makes his way out of the ship, and he disappears.
Wait.
No.
Wait!
He has our light.
We need the
The juicy knowledge.
Alexis, come back.
Just hold
Can
on
I
a
try to
sec.
convince him?
You know what? Yeah, maybe you should talk to him, Siobhan, because you're like have a relationship.
Yeah. Can I try to convince him to come back?
Yeah. So as you come out of the kind of that part of the ship, that's like broken down part of the ship, you can see he's already started making his way like directly up to the Perplexia, and he's like swimming as fast as he can.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wait.
You should follow him, I guess.
You see, he like breaks the water and he kind of climbs on to the Perplexia.
Okay. So how do I follow him?
Just swim after him, I guess.
Okay.
All right. So there goes our rogue, I guess.
Don't worry, guys. I can see in the dark. Just hold my hand, guys.
I don't even know how to get out of here.
You can see in the dark, though.
I'm like all by myself in the dark.
Don't worry.
I'm right here. Where's everyone else?
I'm also right here, but I don't see
Oh,
any.
So in the darkness, you just feel a tiny
I can see in the dark.
strong
You're not
hand.
sticking your finger up my nose.
Reach out and just grab your hand and whisper to you, "It's okay, Suri. I've got you. Follow me."
It's a flame above my head while we're in the room.
Okay. Just hold on a second.
There's got to be something here in this room or outside, or
I think I'm gonna come back. I don't think I could catch him.
I think he knows something. We should just follow him.
Is he said? Who's he talking about when he said like it's just like him?
Be
So
that
why?
government guy, the guy who told us all this crap to begin with. You know the
Yeah,
government lying.
Yeah. I know the government be lying.
I just don't understand how he saw half a ship and thought that was it. There's
We saw we
Really?
explored it already.
clearly more of a ship somewhere.
Well, that was
No,
what
it
you
was
saw
floating.
when you came around the island. You saw the rest of the ship like kind of on the rocks and stuff with the steam
Did we
stack.
explore that though, or did we look into it?
No.
Maybe we should go back up there and check that out.
let's do it.
I don't know
Yeah.
what we're actually here for because I feel like this treasure gets us where we need to be.
Well, how much is here? We've got some rum and we've got a few jumps, right?
Yeah, so
That's a lot of
you
money.
in total you got 5,000. What's lying down here is 5,000 gold worth of various gems. So things like diamonds, rubies, emeralds, that type of stuff. You got 10,000 gold pieces, like in a pile, kind of in different areas around this space, and 11 bottles of Surdilla rum. Yeah, and then
A metal
That-
box thing that we can't open.
metal box, yeah, with the latch.
Maybe we just go back up to the surface with as much treasure as we can carry. Open the box, and maybe there's a clue there about what we have to do next.
Yeah, it seems like that's just one book from the library. We're supposed to find this whole library. That's the like super valuable thing.
But
And then
maybe
This
it'll-
amount of gold is not enough to pay the crew and everything we promised them, so that's a problem.
the crew doesn't need to know that we found. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I
Right.
think we should find Alexis because he seems to know what's going on.
Also, remember
I
you
agree.
guys played a game of cards with Alexis, so he's gonna have to give up most of his stuff anyway to you guys.
Oh.
It needs to be a very, very big payday for it to be worth his while.
Mm.
Well, I think we should go up to the surface of the Perplexia and see what we have in this. I think this case is like our biggest lead right now, and we could find out from Alexis what his problem is.
Yeah. I think it's a good plan.
Alrighty. So you guys swim up, make your way onto the ship. Alright. So I guess you guys are like climbing on, and you're coming towards the bridge to try and figure out what's going on. You see Alexis is also, he's like busy scrambling up the stairs, and he's running towards like the bridge area. And you see him, like he runs into the bridge area, and the kind of the bulkhead that Aditi is like stationed in, he like throws his arms around that and just holds onto it as tight as he can. And you hear him like talking to her, and he says, "It wasn't Jeremy, love. The story was a lie. Force just lies. He fucking lied. We risked our lives and the lives of these brave people for what? Some stupid gold and worthless fucking trinkets? I can't be without you anymore. All I want is to hold you again." And then you hear DT say, "It's okay, my love. We've broken the veil of the mists. We've opened up the world to Lulo. I can feel it. The library is out there. And Urin is still alive. I know it. I just know it. We'll be together again. And when that day happens, I'll never let you go. Ever again."
Is dude's name in urine?
And Urin, yeah. Aneurin. And then as those kind of like final words from Aditi are uttered, the Perplexia like subtly starts to shake a little bit. It's like this gentle like kind of rumble. And these wispy tendrils of soft purple ethereal light extend from Aditi. And they wrap around Alexis.
Mm.
Do they need a minute?
Yeah, I feel a little awkward going in there.
Yeah.
Alexis is having a moment with the ship. I don't know him and the ship are that tight.
Luckily, Ogren doesn't feel that awkward about this entire thing. So a lot of this stuff is going to be a little bit narrative. There'll be a couple of rolls. I'm just trying to like tie up some loose ends here. But Ogren says, "Captain, sorry to bother you, but I thought you might want to know. I originally consulted on the Nasto plans. If we can find a way to at least make her float, we can get a fair sum. If we keep her in dry dock and keep repairing until she's ship shape, we can get even more for her." Alexis kind of like wiping tears from his eyes. He like turns around to Ogren and he says, "Spit it out, Ogren." Then Ogren says, "We can get close to 60,000 gold for floating and 120,000 gold for operational. We have to tow her back, but I think it'll be worth it. Only problem is, I think Forstros will want her back." Getting up and wiping the rest of the tears from his face, he says, "The Nasto is ours now. Fuck Forstros. He doesn't deserve it." And then Siobhan, he spots you kind of like at the end of the dock there, or at the end of the bridge. He says, "Siobhan, if we don't find a buyer, you and your new friends, if they'd like to, should run the vessel with our company. That fucker will get nothing after all we've risked. And whoever's controlling the tourney needs to be found. My bets are either on the governor or one of the failed students from a Nuren school. No one else I know is as slimy or desperate. But I don't... no, wait. And then he says to you, "Siobhan, prep the carpenters and the blacksmiths for a full hull repair. Let's see if we can get something done."
Gotcha. Alright. I'm on it.
But now you've got a bit of an issue where the ship is like half of it is up here and the other half is like down there.
Yeah.
Can I use my tiny little gnomish finger to bring that tip?
To lift it up. Perfect.
Strength check on that.
Uh,
All right. So I think at this point I want to kind of try to find you guys, see where, and just kind of relay this information. To say like we're gonna try to tow. Where are you guys? We're gonna try to tow. We're gonna try to get the boat and bring it back with us. We're gonna try to get the Nasto. So I'm gonna work with the crew here to see if they could get the boat lifted. If anybody has some good ideas on how we could do that, all ears.
What if we use the wand to make like a bubble or like a pocket of air underneath it? And maybe the bubble and pull. It sounded better in my head. Wait, can we check to see what's inside this case first before we
Oh yeah, guys, I still got this box.
maybe
You can.
maybe
And looking closely at the case, you kind of realize that there's no latch. Like there's no actual lock or something on the latch. It just seems to be clamped shut and it's tight.
can I take my little
Pull
Oh,
it open.
open that baby up.
let's try to pry this sucker open?
Like a clam. I just go.
Yeah.
Do I open it? Does it just open or?
You need to give me a strength check. Right.
15.
Oh,
That you kind of like, you stick your fingers in the latch, you start pulling, and as you're pulling, like your fingernails start pulling away from your skin, and you can feel there's
Gee.
there's something else holding this thing shut. It's not a regular lock. It doesn't budge at all.
oh dang.
Oh, is this like a magic lock? Maybe.
And some. I need your help.
Oh, gee.
I can't open this. Can you try? With
Sure.
your spells.
Sure. Let me heat the metal and soften it, and then see if we can pull it apart.
Wait, maybe check to. Can you maybe tell if there's some kind of magical lock on it before you melt whatever's inside?
That's
Uh,
that.
Melt,
You crazy bastard!
melt
Why do you
first.
always burn the metal?
Melt first.
No!
Then check for magic.
Stick my finger in his nose.
And check it for magic.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, that's a very good wall.
Yeah, so you get a kind of a sense that there is some kind of magic specifically located around this lockless latch that's covering this case.
Stick my finger out of his nose.
Even Rude, you know what to do.
All right, even root. Oh, snap! Even
Nice.
root.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kind of like flies around your head. She comes and she sits on top of your head and she grabs your hair and she looks at the case. She kind of goes, okay. And she kind of waves her hand around. You can see this pixie dust start coming out of her fingers and it floats through the air gently. Kind of spreads around the book. The book kind of hovers in the air for a second. And you can hear this. And the latch just goes.
Sweet.
And the book drops back down to the floor again. Or the
All
case
right.
drops back down to the floor again.
I'll take some credit too. Jeez.
Yeah, he's an extension
Thanks,
of.
Ensign.
Out of the way, Ensign.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? So what's inside the box? You open the box and it seems to be a maroon leather-bound book, and it's got Anurin's name written at the bottom of it on the cover. It doesn't have any title or anything like that, but you start flipping through the pages and you realize that this is like a memoir of some sort. And as you're going through the pages, one of the pages has like a spell on it that he's been working on. And this is what you see.
That was like rich mahogany.
Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Yeah. I hope so.
Cool.
Oh wow.
Oh, snap, Da Vinci.
Float spell.
Cool.
Yeah. Let me just.
Blood spell. Erica.
If I'm old, my wings like a butterfly.
Oh, I'm a druid.
Yeah, so as you guys are reading through the
Anyone
technicalities
that
of
drew
this and the stories and stuff like that, you unlock a neuron float.
Nice.
Sweet. If only we had a druid.
Hey,
Hey, wait, Ansem, you're a druid.
I am a druid. Should I cast it on? I can try to cast this on the boat.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe you should do it.
And now we know what happened to all that money.
Yeah.
What?
What happened? I didn't read that part. I was
You didn't read it?
Wow, I
He's-
started looking at the
A bunch
spell.
of
Read what?
to get the spell. The note.
Okay. Hold on.
Well,
Slow
the
down, everyone.
note details events that happened like 2,000 years ago.
Oh, so it wasn't the money?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
lied.
just like it's a memoir from a neuron, and a neuron disappeared like once he had brought everyone through the portal.
He wasn't actually on the boat. Forget it.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Okay. Well, maybe we should let the captain know that we have this. I don't know what he was looking for, but he was looking for something very specific in that treasure room. Maybe this is what he was looking for. So I think at this point I try to get the captain's attention to let him know that we have this book.
Okay, well, he's up on the bridge. So you walk up to the bridge and you kind of go, what do you want to say to him?
I just wanted to say like, hey, excuse me, Alexis, we found something when we were down in the treasure room that I think you should see. I don't know if it was what you were looking for or not, but I think it's worth
I'm a little concerned now because it says there that whoever controls the tendrils of energy that break the universal veil, and Aditi had like tendrils coming out of her, and then Alexis said something about breaking through the veil. So
I gotta be honest, I think that's too deep for this story.
yeah, but that's what they were doing.
It's cool though. It's cool. I gotta remember that. But Alexa says, Siobhan, what'd you find? Tell me.
It's a book. It's some sort of a book, an old book that has different spells and different notes in there. I'm not totally sure what it talks about. It seems like it's a lot of old references to old mythology, but it might be something you want to take a look at.
Okay, and he says, where's the book? Show me.
Okay, it's down here. The crew has it, or the team has it.
Comes down and he kind of like puts out his hand and he says, "Can I have a quick look, please?"
Maybe.
Sure, here you go.
Takes the book and you can see he's like going through the pages. He's like, there's a little bit of relief on his face knowing that this is one of a Neuron's books, but he's like going through the pages and he realizes that the entirety of this thing is mostly a journal of like a Neuron's life while he was on the previous worlds. And the only spell in this thing is this float spell. He's like, this isn't exactly what I'm looking for, but at least we know something like this exists. And he gives you the book back.
Okay, well, what were you thinking of using the float spell to get the Nasto up?
That's good thinking,
up.
Siobhan. Good thinking. Have we got anyone that can cast the spell?
I can do it. No, actually, here, my friend Ansem, he's a druid.
Okay. So you got to expend a level 1 slot and some.
That's it? To make the whole boat float? Man.
And
I'll cast it
you
6
need a
times.
little bit of lard and you need to throw it into the ocean.
A little bit of lard?
Yeah.
I found some lard.
Does anybody have lard?
Mentioning this, like, Alexis kind of turns around and screams at one of the crew and tells them to go and get the lard from the kitchen. And they bring up like a big bucket of lard for you.
Ooh, big
drop it on the
bucket of
deck.
lard.
That's an image.
Taking a
It's kind
little
of like
gnomish
it's still kind of like
finger.
wet and solid in some places and gooey in other
Mm.
places.
Good lord.
I
Yeah.
dip my little gnomish finger into that lard, and then I go.
Oh, good lord!
It's like good lord.
Okay.
I just dump the whole. I don't even dump the bucket. I just throw the bucket in,
Wow.
Oh, no.
Overkills.
No, my
and then cast the spell to raise the Nasto, and then I place it right on top of the boat we're on.
What?
What?
He's so.
It just makes it float. It
It's a
makes it
float
buoyant.
spell. Want it to float.
Come on,
Oh,
man.
I didn't read it.
You.
As I was reading, and Damara said, "Oh, now we don't have the treasure," so I closed it
No.
to read the notes that she was talking about, and I couldn't get it back, so I didn't read.
That explains it.
It's
all
my
the Mark's
fault.
fault. That's
It should be in your journal though.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
there. It's
yeah.
Yeah, I could look.
right by.
Handsome can't read.
I cast it on the thing and make it buoyant,
Yeah.
and then someone has to tether it to the boat so it'll follow us.
You just
Yeah,
make-
so at that point, I think I would try to get the crew to help us.
All right.
Alrighty, so as you thrust this this big bucket of lard into the water, a little bit of time goes by, like 2 or 3 minutes, and you can feel like a little bit of rumbling in the ocean. It's like basic movement. You can feel it coming through the perplexia, and the water starts to shift, and you can hear this noise coming from underneath you. And like where the perplexia is stationed right now, like the rest of the wreck is kind of like just in front of you with a steam stack over there. And you can hear things starting to crack and move with these loud booms and stuff. And like slowly, the kind of like the broken end of the Nasto starts to rise out of the water and kind of shifts and starts to kind of like come together to try and reassemble itself. It doesn't connect anything. It just kind of takes its complete form. And kind of like some of the planks and stuff come and float up to the surface of the water. Everything, the whole of the Nasto, the 600-foot ship, just comes. Is now sitting atop the water in front of you. And this is something that you have to keep concentration on in order to make sure that the Nasto stays above the water.
Take my finger and I put it. No, I don't put it. Well, on a break.
So fixing the Nasto requires the float spell to be held for a duration of 5 days. Okay.
Holy crap.
So that the carpenters and the blacksmiths on the Perplexia can actually work on it. But there is an opportunity for 3 of you that aren't casting the spell to try and help over the next few days as you guys are trailing the ship behind you. Those of you that would like to help, I need 3 straight D20 rolls.
Ooh.
I will help.
I'll
And
roll.
one at a time, please.
I'm busy,
Everybody
right? I
all
can't.
together now.
I can't help with this because I'm doing something else, right?
So who's all rolling? Who's all rolling this the help rolls?
Dude,
I rolled
Okay, so Ogan, what did you get?
9.
You got a 9. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Everybody
the
else on roll?
amount of time that it takes remains the same. Ansem, can you give me a concentration check?
You know. Can I do that? Is that a stat I can click?
It's a concentration is a
Yeah.
concentration save is what a concentration check is.
Oh, yell at me.
Uy, hijo de su madre.
Okay.
Wait, but he's close to me, so he should have he gets a +3 to that because I have my aura of warding
Does anybody else want to help him?
or of
I
protection.
want to help.
It should be a
Okay.
plus.
Did you pray? Do I get an extra D4?
Yeah, I could pray.
Is that a worth it thing to do here?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry, it's like slow to click through my
Okay.
thing.
It's
Okay.
11.
But
So
yeah,
you-
+3, so 14.
as the first day comes to a close, Ogan's trying to help the crew, but he's basically just getting in the way at this point.
Yep.
You need to take a point of exhaustion, Ansem, which means that any
No,
of your, I think it's ability checks from now on are going to be at disadvantage. But the ship is still floating. It kind of like drops a little bit in the ocean, and the water starts filling in the cracks again. But it kind of like stays up. There's some of the crew that are down in the hull, like, ah! You can hear them screaming from the inside because the water starts filling in again. But then it
Yes.
comes back up to the surface. Who's rolling the next help roll?
I did it. I already rolled it. Actually, it was a 14, and then
Oh,
I'll
cool.
pray for myself, or is that good enough?
You can pray for yourself if you'd like.
Okay.
Dear Lord, help me.
All right.
16.
Dear Lord.
All right, so
Best
doing a
roll.
lot better than Ogun did before. Suri like kind of walks around and starts doing her mending cantrip on some of the bits and pieces of the ship and whatever it is, and helps the crew reduce the time it's going to take by a day. So you guys are down to 3 days at this point, getting back to Lulo. And I need another concentration check from you, Ansem.
+3, right?
You should have, you should have a +3.
Yeah,
Because
it was a 17 and a 13, so disadvantage is 13.
Okay,
+3 is 16.
16.
All right.
Cool. Nice. So you managed to maintain the ship on the water. It's doing its thing, but you take one more
Exhaustion point.
point of exhaustion, yeah, which means that your speed is halved right now, and you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Can I just put a little bit of water in it just to scare the crew again?
To fuck around with him?
Just a little bit. Just a little
It's
tiny.
going to require an ability check, but
No,
sure.
never mind. I'm good. Yep, I'm
Okay.
good.
who's doing the last helping roll?
Do it.
Do you want to do it?
I'll do it. Yeah.
Go for it. I don't
All
trust
right.
myself. No bad rolls.
It's just a D20.
Straight D20, yeah. All right, and she gets a +3, right?
Yes.
Anybody else want to try and help her?
Yeah, I'll pray for her.
Okay.
Let her God guide you.
Ooh, that's a good
Right.
roll, though.
Roll a d4.
A D4.
Yes.
Mhm. Add it.
Nice.
Dang.
Nice.
Yeah,
Bang,
buddy.
bang.
Okay.
22.
1922.
Yeah. So at this stage, you guys are Siobhan, because you've got like so much practice time with the crew and everything. You're like walking around, you're handing them tools, you're getting the nails and stuff, you're getting the rest of the crew in line and making sure that this ship is like getting fixed real quick, making sure that all the blacksmiths are on point, that they're firing up the furnaces and everything at the base of the Perplexia. You managed to shave the time down by another 2 days. You guys are now cruising, full on cruising towards Lulo. And by the time the 2 days are finished, Ansem, can you give me one more concentration check?
Yeah.
Pray for him. Pray for him.
I pray for him.
Such a lovely prayer.
I got a 19 and a 7.
No. The +3. So
7
you
plus
get,
3 is 10, plus the praying, right? I get
Yeah.
4.
oh, come on.
Wow.
12.
So what is the
Not
total
bad.
is 12.
Yeah.
So I'd say at this point, with the help that like Suri and Siobhan were able to give to the crew and cut down the time for them to fix it, there's kind of like finalight. There's still like a few holes in the ship, but at this point, like for holding on for so long and trying to stay awake for all this time, you kind of just like start to let go of the spell, and the spell starts to diminish, and the ship starts to like sink a little bit lower into the water. And as the water's kind of like coming in through some of the cracks and whatever it is, the crew kind of rush up to those points and they start nailing planks into everything. And the ship kind of just maintains its buoyancy behind the Perplexia. You, unfortunately, Ansem, have passed out from exhaustion. So third point of exhaustion.
I catch him just as he's about to fall and hit the floor. I'm just
Okay.
cradling him and petting his face. I take my little gnomish finger.
Oh boy.
Just a little bit.
Okay, so
I
you've
know how much.
managed.
I know how much you like that, buddy. You'll be okay.
You've managed to shorten the trip back. You've helped the crew, and the trip back itself is made a lot easier as well by your experiences, which have given you insight on how to navigate the Blue Everlast. Maybe it won't be called that for much longer. Ogren has been noting every step of the trip and has been able to draw the first ever detailed map of an ocean route beyond 4 days from Enedwaith. This bodes well for the population and opens up new avenues for future adventurers who wish to seek their fortunes on the oceans around Enedwaith.
All right.
Good.
News of your return has already started circulating, and the harbor is full of people as you start coming in closer. Like the fishermen on their boats and stuff, like when they saw the Perplexia coming with the Nasto toad behind it, they like bolted for the harbor to tell everyone that you guys were coming back. They're all over there waving their hands and they're like clapping, and like as you're getting closer, you can start to hear the roar of the celebration from the crowd. Right up front, on an open dock, is Governor Edmund Fulstrass, standing proudly in wait as the Perplexia slowly moves into position, and the crew throughout the docking lines. Ensign, at this point, you spot someone in the back of the crowd, like way back in the crowd.
Your hand out of my nose. I'm spotting someone in the crowd.
It's a tall, cloaked individual with their hands inside their sleeves. The longer you stare, the quieter the crowd gets. It's like as if all the sound is starting to diminish, and it's just you and this person standing there staring at each other. You see the slight definition of their eyes, a yellow iris, and a vertical split pupil. Suddenly, the noise of the crowd rushes back with the bang of the gangplank on the concrete dock. As you make your way onto the dock, Falstrass addresses Alexis and says, "Welcome back. To be honest, I never thought you would make it back. But here you stand. I also see that you have returned with the Nasto. Thank you. It will be a boon for Lulo to have this hope once again. I trust you have collected your reward from the ship." Alexis kind of like turns around to you guys and says, "Yeah, I'll speak to this fucker. I can't stand to look at his face." Turns back to Falstrass and he spits at his feet and he pushes past him. Falstrass tries to like follow up and says, "What's his issue? I have a mind to set the guard on him."
Look here, you fucker. You lied to our friend here. He's very upset.
Lies? What lies?
Loud noises.
You told him that there was something there and it wasn't there. We're on to you, buddy. Watch yourself.
You have gold enough, don't you? You came back alive.
I think what the issue is here is that the fortune that we found on the boat was not nearly what we were told.
But we always do that. You make the
Yeah,
fortune seem bigger so we can get people from all over to come in. It's just a little white lie. But I thank you very much for bringing us the Nasto back. We can now send it back out to sea.
What about the
No.
Tyranneer?
We're gonna keep it.
Keep it?
Yeah.
What do you want to do to try and persuade him or intimidate him or something like that?
I will intimidate him.
How do you do it?
I don't know
I
what you're
just-
yelling about.
I'm gonna use my inspiration too to make it the higher of the.
Sweet.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
I just lean over, like I'm standing right next to him, and I just look down at him. And as I'm looking down, I put my hand behind my back and just like slowly push up my great axe, so like it just kind of like starts popping up behind my head.
And you're
Okay.
like, "Tell him, Dad."
Daddy, he won't give me what I want.
And you can see Falstrass kind of like, as you're leaning over the top of him, he kind of leans back and says, "Oh, oh." And he kind of like, he goes completely pale from his normal color skin, and he kind of like steps back a little bit and like is like a little bit off of his footing, and he kind of turns around to the crowd, and they're all busy shouting and screaming, super excited, and they all want to kind of get to you, but they're giving the governor space, and he just ducks through the crowd and disappears, runs away from you guys. So once he makes his beeline out of the crowd,
Whip?
if you want to.
I don't have it. I wish.
Okay.
I'd totally thorn whip some people.
Thorn whip. Jeez.
So at that moment, like as you're leaning over him and he runs away from you, Ogun, you can see Juniper at the back end of the crowd, and she's making her way through the crowd, and she makes a beeline directly for you, Ogun. She throws her arms around your neck and gives you a peck on the cheek. She wraps her arms in yours and says, "There's my favorite hero." She invites you and the crew back to the Eagle's Perch for a night of celebration. And as you're led away by Juniper, if you want to go with her. Do you want to go with her?
I have a guy to investigate.
Go.
Let's go.
The axe starts to
party.
vibrate. The axe starts to vibrate, and you hear your father's voice. It says, "I've watched you grow into a powerful and loving man, my boy. And it seems your great nature is attracting some good attention. I couldn't be more proud of you. You deserve all the love the world can give. Stay strong and keep your new family safe. Also, don't forget to visit Inga every now and then. She probably misses you terribly, my boy. Speak soon." And then his voice kind of like fades away a little bit.
Little tear in the corner of my eye. I'm just like, thanks, Dad.
You and Juniper wander off. Or the rest of you guys.
Let's go get shit faced.
Oh, okay. Ensom, are you okay? You seem a little distracted.
There was a guy in the crowd. I need to find him.
Can the rest of the party who were there that day fill him in on what this person looked like that he interacted with at Maud's?
Oh,
Oh,
it was a
Long
10-foot
as
tall snake woman.
Yeah, so like as you mentioned,
The tongue.
like if you want to
Oh.
mention the details to your friends, they'll remind you that is a similar feature to what Maud had.
oh yeah, she was a snake lady.
It looks like your girlfriend is. She waited for you.
Did I
There
make
she
her any
is.
promises that she needs
Give her a
from me?
little- give him a little push.
You
Right.
did not. No promises.
No promises.
So I go and I break it off with her.
As you try and make your way through the crowd and see where she was standing before, she's no longer there.
Oh crap! What if she's the one that was controlling the tyranny?
She is creepy.
Yeah, she was.
She would never hurt me.
Not after an amazing kiss like you guys shared.
Oh boy.
No, I don't remember it.
All right, so you guys making your way through to the
Yeah.
Eagle's
Mate.
Perch.
We're making our way downtown.
You're making your way.
First, I want to stop and make sure that the crew is all taken care of, and because they did a lot of work. So I'll probably stay behind for a little while and make sure everything is good on the Perplexia.
What do you
But
want
I'll
to say
catch
to
up with
them?
you guys in a bit.
What do you want to say to them?
To the crew,
Yeah.
yeah, I just want to thank them for all their work and tell them that I know it was a really big struggle to go through all this, and that it was a very dangerous mission, but we all made it back, and we got a little bit of money, not much, but a little bit, and just want to kind of like pump them up and make them feel good about the mission.
In response, they go, "Roar! First mate Siobhan! The best first mates!" And
Hell yeah!
they kind of. So you're gonna give them leave after this perilous
Yeah,
journey?
go have fun. Go get some drinks and
Cool. So
take
they
a night
kind of
off.
like follow suit with you guys and some of them try and make their way up to the Eagle's Perch. I just don't know what's on this map still.
Or a bunch of dead guys. Am I right? Alright.
I can't see Juniper. Yeah, I think she was. Oh, yeah, she is.
Bunch of ladies.
So Juniper's here with you, Ergen. So
Give you guys
as
space.
what? Sorry, man.
I was to give them some space. I was right next to them.
Oh,
Where is Ergen? Oh, there he is.
I'm
He's
at
at
the bar.
the bar. He's being coy.
Yeah. So she's like, she kind of like pours you 2 massive like jugs of perch ale and just puts them in front of you and grabs one for herself and then comes and shimmies up next to you. You guys can coo for the rest of the evening. As the celebrations start kicking off and the evening starts to set in, the moon kind of like rises up into the sky and the stars come out. You can see the light of the moon kind of reflecting off the ocean through those big 20-foot windows of the Eagle's Perch. It's a beautiful view and it's a super clear night. All of a sudden, the doors of the Eagle's Perch like burst open like this. And darkening the doorway is General Altus, along with his armored guard. And they kind of like walk into the Eagle's Perch. And they're kind of like nodding at you guys and kind of like stepping in. And as they step in, they kind of like break away and step off to the side. And as they step off to the side, what you see is it's like this very, very pale elf figure. It's kind of difficult. They're kind of like their sex is a little bit of ambiguous and it's hard to tell. But this figure's got like long, like really, really well set black hair that goes down to their back, wearing like a long green robe with purple detailing around the neck and around the cuffs. And they've got these brass framed glasses on. Okay. And they kind of walk up to you, Siobhan, and Suri, and says, "I trust you were successful."
yes, very.
Mm-hmm.
Well done. Lulo could use more adventurers like you. I did find out that one of the librarians denied your meeting with me, and for this, I apologize. His head has gotten too large for his tiny body. To close out our dealings, I would ask that you give me my wand and any of Anuran's works that you may have discovered, so we may keep them safe for the people of Lulo.
Mm-hmm.
So this, you recognize the voice, and this is Azeldorn.
Oh yeah, the guys who had the house, the one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I just say.
I-
Unfortunately, we didn't find any of Anurin's works. It was a bust, I'm afraid.
You appear to forget that I can see the things that you see. It's the only way I found you.
What?
Yeah.
You
Did
don't
you
want to
know
go
the-
to the bathroom? You're sick. You're sick.
The wand we can give back. I'm not sure about the book.
Go on. Yeah, we that's it.
Yeah. I think if you want the book, you're gonna have to talk to Captain Alexis.
What book?
I'll take up some conversations with him. I appreciate the want, and
Captain Alexis gave. Never mind.
what?
You're doing great. Keep going.
Okay. Says the only other thing that I would ask as a favor to the city is to try and keep the magic away from our citizens, unless you are helping. This will be very much appreciated. I've calmed the situation with Podrick. He may not like your friend Ansem for a while, but he'll be fine.
Feeling is mutual.
Anything else that you guys want to say to him? Siobhan,
Oh.
Suri?
No, we'll be setting sail again soon, so we'll be out of your hair.
Yeah, we appreciate you letting us use the wand for the trip.
It was an amazing trip. I'm sure you guys had a lot of adventure and fun. And so, I bid you
Who is
farewell,
that?
brave adventurers. For future reference, I am always at home in the evenings, and in an emergency, you can use this stone to contact me if you need some assistance. And he gives you a sending stone. I'll add it to your inventory later.
Oh.
And then, like, General Altus, like, he kind of, Azaldorn, like, walks out the door and steps out. And, like, as he's stepping out, you can actually see that this guy's, like, super, like, he's kind of, like, tallish, around about 6 feet. And he's, like, walking out, and General Altus and the rest of the crew kind of, like, file in behind him. And they walk out of the door and, like, kind of down the road towards Lulo. And as they're missioning out of the doorway, Siobhan, you see a very familiar face walking up the road. And it's a small, short half-orc in some fishing clothes who's coming up to the Eagle's Perch, and he spots you, and he walks kind of like straight up to you. And he says, "So, a hero. That's a very different look for you. But something tells me you're not done with the lifters. Call it underground instinct."
I just kind of give him a wink, and I nod a little nudge, and was like, "Well, you know, this is pretty good. This was a good adventure, and who knows, change might be on the horizon."
Says, "Evaso, that's great. If things do change, let me know. But I have been thinking a lot. And you have my heart. But I can't be part of your other dealings. So I guess I'll see you around if things change. I wish you the best of luck." And he kind of like, he looks at you in the eyes for a moment, and he gives you a big hug. And then he turns and he walks out of the Eagle's Perch. And while he's walking out, there's a lot of activity, like people coming in, walking out. They've all got drinks. There's people sitting on the outside of the Eagle's Perch. But while he is missioning out, you see like a messenger running up the road. He's like the skinny little like human dude. He's like, and he's got like a little leather hat on, and he's got a satchel on his side. And he runs into the Eagle's Perch, and he stands at the entrance for a second. And it appears that he's just like looking for someone. He stands, and he like, you can hear like the cacophony of noise coming from the crowd, and he tries to shout as loud as he can, "Suri! Suri Elias! Suri!"
Yes?
He's like, "Oh, thank God. I've got an urgent message for you." And he hands you a letter. Can you go and grab your box and open it, please?
Oh, crap. Okay. Real life.
Real life.
We already opened the box. It was this,
Yeah, I'm like, wait, I
it's on the
thought.
little. It's on the little desk. The little fold-up
I see.
table.
Got it.
So just make sure you're opening it from the top. That's why I put the label there.
Okay.
From the tippy toppers, please.
Yeah.
Hey. Whoa. This is so cool. Look at that. It's like a real wax seal.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh wow. This is so cool. Should I read it out loud?
I can share it with them if you want to.
What happened?
I can share it with them if you want me to.
Oh yeah, share it.
Okay.
Like the singer? Cher?
Yeah.
Do you believe in love?
I can't read that.
Scroll down.
And some can't read.
Scroll down.
It's the font. Hold on.
Oh. Mm, no.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So, have I seen this symbol anywhere? Have you mentioned it already, or?
No, you wouldn't know the symbol. It's just something that she had noticed on
Okay.
their cloaks.
Okay.
But somebody in your crew does know the symbol or has seen it before.
Is it me again?
No.
Okay, thank God.
Is it me?
And whether they care to share it as the character or not is up to them.
It's me.
Oh.
Hi.
Are you okay,
I-
Suri? I just gotta come close and comfort her. She seems a little upset.
Hmm.
My father's been taken. Does anyone know anything about this symbol? They were on the cloaks of the fiends who took him.
I have seen the symbol before. I don't know exactly who the people are. I do know that they're bad people. So your father either probably, I don't know, maybe got mixed up in something he shouldn't have been doing, or perhaps lost a bet. Something kind of not on the up and up, to be involved with anybody that has this symbol.
Mm.
So
The sound was cutting out for me. Was it for you guys a little bit?
A little bit,
Yeah.
So you
I
said
heard
that they were.
most of it,
oh,
they're
my
bad.
sound?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just saying that the symbol is of people that are perhaps your father like lost a bet or did
Mhm.
something he shouldn't have done. But the people that have the symbol that are associated with the symbol are generally not people you want to have on your bad side.
The police.
Yeah, so you might want maybe your mother knows more, or I would start there. Maybe ask your father's friends or mother or somebody if you know more of what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I write back to my mom?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I think the main thing I want to ask is, was he getting into anything that he maybe shouldn't have, or did they come across hard times and he had to do something questionable?
Okay. So, there's a little bit of paper, like Juniper helps you out and she puts it out for you, gives you a pen, and you manage to like scribble the letter down, seal it up, and give it back to the note carrier, and he kind of like runs off into the night.
Mm.
And now, the rest of you guys can open your box and have a look through your bounty. That's the end of the Legend of the Nasto.
Yeah, Legend of the Nasto.
But my dad.
Too bad, okay? Too bad about your dad.
That's the next.
dad.
It's the next adventure hook.
I need a shot.
let me go upstairs so I can see
You gotta
what's
get my box.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
come upstairs.
Wait.
I won't like open it too much until you come.
Okay. All right, I'm coming.
Yeah. So that's like for the next adventure. That one.
Oh, okay, that's so cool. So you did this to the paper yourself, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you draw that symbol?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a pop paper
Ooh. Ah.
bubble crap.
Oh, that's nice.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Let me know when you guys have gotten to the first one, so I can lay these down.
A book? Look how cool.
Yeah, buddy. All right. So,
Hey.
Siobhan, have
Yeah,
you opened yours as well?
I'm opening the box now.
Okay.
And I have the letter. I think this is the letter on the side.
You can open it and have a look at it.
This letter?
Yeah, you can just slide the thing off and have a look.
Oh, it's so cool.
Okay, it's really cool. It's like all tied up nicely and like
What is
cartoon.
Roberto? Oh, nice.
So, what?
No, go ahead.
No, you can go ahead. I was waiting for.
I went from the top, and it was like a bag, and then the picture, and then food for my dog.
Bag in a bag in a box in a bag.
Whoa!
Yeah, this nice journal. That was the first thing.
So cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. All right. So we got everyone together. So Ogun, this crystal is a symbol of your father in the game. It's the one thing that helped you connect to the Tyranneer and keep your father close
That's so
by.
cool.
It also helped create a very powerful axe that you now carry.
Cool.
Sad.
The Sumerians believed that the spirit of their gods lived within these stones, while the ancient Egyptians saw it as a symbol of the night sky. Since the earliest of times, lapis lazuli has been associated with strength and courage, royalty and wisdom, intellect and truth. And although Ogun may not represent every single one of those qualities, you as a person, Nate, have shown those aspects through your gameplay, dedication to the group, and your friends.
Aww.
Thank you.
Siobhan, you got yours?
He wishes.
Yes.
No, there should have been like a box, like a small box right at the top of your actual box.
I haven't gotten that far yet.
I like your babushka, Robert.
This?
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
the one. That's the
Go.
one.
Oh.
All right. So this silver knot represents the start of a transition from Siobhan's previous life into a new one of adventure and good friends she never knew she had.
Aww.
So cool.
Um,
So cool.
It also represents a symbol of hope that she may be able to conquer the lingering fear that rests in her mind. There's been a very long-standing Irish tradition of the beautiful power and strength of friendship. The bonds of a Celtic friendship are a very spiritual connection that emphasizes the mutual importance of truth and trust between friends.
So pretty.
For you, Jen, it's a token that you have now been brought into this wonderful world of Dungeons and Dragons to experience the fun and camaraderie that comes with every single session. And the long-lasting bonds that it can create between people, no matter the ups and downs.
Thank you. This is super fun.
Siri, you got yours? Or both of you got yours? So the book is for Kudarin, and Siri, you've got the paring knife. It should be like a thin...
Oh, there's a knife in here?
Yeah.
If you should trust Suri with knives.
Yeah, you can trust me with a knife.
Okay.
What's that?
This one might be a little bit of a tough one. There might be tears in this one, but let's see what happens.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
A little anchor.
The book for Kudarin is a blank slate for him, wandering into a world, ready to find adventures that wait for him and to tell the rest of the world about. His inquisitive nature drives him to ask questions, but needs somewhere to store the answers and a place to remember his amazing journey.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
And then for you, Carlos, it's a place that you can strike down. Oh, geez, yeah. I might just put this in the chat.
Aw.
But yeah, where you can strike down all of your creative ideas, D&D notes, journaling entries, or even just a sketch or two. Some way to put down all the important thoughts that might escape your mind. And then for you, Suri, I don't know if I'll be able to get through this one, so I'm going to send it to you.
Oh no. You guys look how cool.
Whoa!
Oh,
I thought it was just like a wooden knife. That's like the cover.
it's a real knife.
I love it. It feels
Dude.
wait. It feels like it's actually carved, the handle.
Watch out, Carlos.
I know.
Message.
A weapon.
Alrighty, it's sending an image.
It's like a little.
Let's see if you can
Like
do
a
that one.
bookmark. Oh no, that's to wrap it. That's the bookmark.
So I sent it to you in Discord, Damaris.
Okay.
Yeah, Ensom, you can tell me if I'm off base with this, but this is just my experience. The serpent skin bag is a reminder that Ensom did a great thing for the group, but without knowing what lingering effects may come about. Ensom often says to himself that he just tolerates his friends,
What?
but there may be more, possibly a crackling of the light of love for his new family, represented by the white and gold dice. Taking notes from Ensom's character, you, Roberto, have built a rugged, jokey exterior that you show to the world. This rugged veil protects the sensitive nature that you try to keep hidden, but when it shines bright. Especially for
Aww.
those close to you. Like family or a random teenage vampire that you took under your wing there one time, and even a little pixie named Evenrude. There you go.
My G.
This is like unexpectedly emotional.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Should I
no
keep
problem.
going with this stuff, or are you gonna?
Go for it, dude. There's a lot of cool shit in there, I think.
There's so much
I
cool
want to see what you
stuff.
guys think.
Oh, chocolate, yes.
See, just when I thought we hadn't found the treasure of the Nasto, this is the real treasure.
It's Lu. How do you say Lu? I feel like Lula. Okay.
Yeah. And then,
Almonds, yum.
yeah, Benswick's is that what do you call it? That good store that you guys went into in the beginning.
What is that, dude? Robert, is that like the map of the place that we explored?
It's the whole continent.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool.
I've got
Oh,
map of the Perplexia.
Yeah.
Dark chocolate with fruit is the best. Cause they're like,
So
That's
cool.
The balloons.
dude, this is so cool.
here, I think one is for you.
Take them
Do you see the the wax seal?
the earth tree.
Oh, gold pieces, yes.
Look at that money.
Wow, sweet. They got like some weight.
Yeah, buddy. And with that, guys, the Nasto comes to an end.
Oh my goodness.
The rest of Enidwaith is waiting for adventures to explore it. So I want to thank you all for like taking the time to go through this. It's a big risk when it's a person that's never written anything and whatever. So I hope it went well for you guys.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you have a talent for story writing, though, obviously.
Mm.
'Cause-
Yeah. And you put so
It's
much
so
care
cool.
and detail into everything.
Mm-hmm.
and emotion, because like I got emotional at different parts of the story,
Yeah.
so I enjoyed that. I like that.
Nice. Well, yeah, I definitely learned a lot, for sure, especially from Carlos, and just from like interacting with you guys and like seeing how things roll. Like the technical stuff is like book stuff that you can learn, but it's the people stuff that's the most important, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
So cool.
It's awesome. Thank you so much, dude. This is super thoughtful.
Ghost.
I'm gonna use the crap out of
Extremely thoughtful.
Yeah.
No problem, guys.
I want to read my thingy.
Now open your box remote. No, I'm just kidding. I wish I had that.
Where would it be?
Like even this chocolate wrapper. My goodness.
He said it was in the.
Yeah, so it'll be in a chat to you directly.
Oh, I
Maybe
see.
in-
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at this knife.
It's awesome. It's sharp.
Incredible.
I use it to open all the little presents.
Handy.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
carry
buddy.
them.
It's like so sharp.
Maybe you'll save my life one day, Remo.
Maybe. Who knows?
Order to jail.
Much true crime, but you know,
Yeah, maybe.
You never know. You never know.
you never. It's perfect, actually. This baby's coming with me.
Man, the Mars put that knife down. I should have said. Sorry.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, I'm still struggling to find it.
That is freaky, Roberto.
I can send it in the group me if you want.
Let me see. I'm sure it's here somewhere. Do you have an idea where it is, Carlos?
Is it like you send it as a chat in Discord or in Roll20?
In Discord directly to Diglett.
Oh, it should be.
Be that.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got it.
Right. Look into my eye.
Hmm.
It's my strong eye.
Staring contest. Go.
Where's Lulo on
Eye.
here? Lulo's like here?
Yeah, it's in Air 2. So, like at the top of Air 2, kind of like to the north end, where that little piece comes
You
up
open
and comes
again.
back in.
You always do.
It's like up a little bit more. It's like that little curved in. Yeah, right there where your finger is. It's that little curved in area.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
that's cool. You guys
Oh,
see?
that's where we were?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Wow, the world's huge.
Yeah.
so much more.
Yeah.
And I think one of you guys, Kudurin and Sir, you guys should have the Nasto map. I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait.
That
was the one that fell.
the nasty map.
The nasty.
This one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
So you can see the outline of the kind of like the continent there. And
Oh,
the-
yeah,
the-
right here in the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Well, guys, yeah. Thanks for jamming. Close out the session.
Bringing us
Thanks.
into this world. Appreciate it, man.